It is beautiful out there, depending on your location. Some of our far southeastern counties have picked up some rain, and it is associated with what used to be a hurricane. Yeah, we've got that moisture. It's been rolling through far southeastern counties. It's pretty much dropped off down toward the Tennessee border, but as you head off to the eastern part of the state from Pikeville, running right down through Cumberland, Whitesburg, you've got some rain that is falling, but it is barely even registering. You've got 400ths of an inch down towards Williamsburg. If you look at the rainfall totals via the Kentucky Mesonet, a couple of 1/10 of an inch totals in Hindman, Whitesburg, and on Black Mountain there. So there's been some rain out there. It's just extremely localized and way down south. Speaking of going down south, this, of course, is Sally. It is now extratropical. The National Hurricane Center is done issuing advisories for it, but it's still packing a punch. You've had occasional tornado warnings on the eastern edge of that circulation. Tornado watch up through the Midlands of South Carolina. Heavy rain now extending all the way up to Richmond, Virginia, Virginia Beach. So it's still causing problems. Widespread flash flood concerns. There's still a flash flood watch in effect. So even though it's no longer tropical, it is still a dangerous situation into the southeast. We have a cold front overhead right now, and as it drops south, it's going to help shunt that little bit of moisture out of here. It'll be out of here by later on this afternoon. And then we are set up for a weekend that is going to be pretty much full bore fall. Our first weekend in the month of September and for the season that is just going to feel like absolute fall conditions out there, with the temperature dropping, the humidity crashing, high pressures building in from Canada across the Great Lakes, and with that north to northeasterly wind, it's just going to keep everything suppressed, the temperature and the humidity. I'll show you here in a second. So smooth sailing and really very little coming our way. The one thing you'll notice going into the end of the week and into the weekend, though, we've still got that haze out there, that smoke that's lifted aloft, upper level winds from those western wildfires. That's still going to be an issue. So you won't have that bright blue sky, but you'll have plenty of hazy sunshine. 73 degrees in Lexington. It's 72 down in Richmond. The dew points in the 50s in Covington, still in the 60s and 70s. It's still on the muggy side down south, but I tell you what, we're going to see temperatures running about 10 degrees below average. That's highs and lows. Look at the dip this weekend. A couple of days we don't get out of the upper 60s. Our average high today, 78. Overnight lows down in the mid to upper 40s. So the chill is on. There's some talk about potential frost up around Cleveland. Points further north up into the Great Lakes. It's going to be cold enough for that in a very early season potential there for them. Now, here's the dew point, an indication of how muggy it is. It's not going to be muggy. In fact, it's going to be bone dry. We could see dew points falling down into the 40s this weekend, which is some really dry stuff. So, yeah, definitely feeling like fall. And this is going to linger for a while. So for today, partly sunny. Those isolated showers still out in our southeastern counties where I showed you, but they'll be out of here in a bit. Mid-50s overnight, and then tomorrow and through the rest of the 8-day, look for a raindrop. See if you can find one. We've gone 3 straight days without rain. We could go another 8 without rain, and depending on how things play out, if we get another couple of days on the end of that, we could get into a near 2-week run without much in the way of precipitation heading our way. Temperatures do bounce back a little bit, mid to upper 70s next week.